Before we start this special edition of Road Trippin, we want to tell you about our great partners at Oakley. Trust the best in the eyewear business with your summer fit this year. Oakley is not only the best looking eyewear on the market, but also the highest quality. Get over to oakley.com to snag a pair today. That's oakley.com. Welcome. We're back yet again, to this edition of Road Trippin with Allie and Channing. Rich is on hiatus currently. But it is the most exciting time, I think, of the NBA season. I don't know if I pay attention. I think it's even more so than the NBA trade deadline, Channing, when it comes to free agency. What do you pay attention to more? When it's the trade deadline or free agency? What's more fun?
Trade deadline.
Enticing?
Trade deadline for sure.
Really? Because it's in season?
Oh, yeah. It's in season, and I think it has a way bigger impact than what people do during the offseason. Honestly, because offseason is like a temporary off-season's dating. Like in season is like, oh, you're exactly what I want. Let's make this work.
Okay, so that is here, and then also Summer League, and it just actually came to my mind. You're calling games at Summer League. Do you have Wemby's game? Do you have his game one? Because he is not playing. He's not playing in Sacramento, the California Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. His first game, Spurs versus Hornets, and it's on Friday.
What time?
I think that's you.
What time?
I don't know, but I think that's you. Let me look at your. Let me look at the schedule that you sent me.
So mad. People are just.
I think. Oh my gosh.
7:30.
Oh, it just gives times. It doesn't give your actual teams that you're doing. We need to figure that out.
Dude, I wish they would. I'll be like, look at String Bean. Okay, can we say this?
Please.
And I know he's
I'm
polarizing.
Look this up as you're talking. Okay.
People who are making fun of him because he was missing all those shots. Imagine this kid flew in from France to get drafted. Has to probably do 100 different interviews for 3 to 4 days. Jet lagged as shit. Goes and gets drafted. More interviews. Parties his ass off with his family for living up to the hype of being an absolute alien. Gets on a jet the next morning. Flies into San Antonio. Puts on a uniform. And somebody goes, here, do a basketball workout. I would have just kicked the ball back at them like, I'm not touching this thing right now.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
And people are like, look at Brick all these shots. I'm like, bitch, he shouldn't have even been shooting them in the first place.
Oh my God, I agree with you. Were you surprised?
Am I surprised at what?
At the same time, I remember doing when I was in Cleveland, I interviewed Andrew Wiggins fresh off of draft day. The very next morning, I remember interviewing Colin Sexton fresh off of draft day. And they're just like in this whole, I mean, I had Jalen Hood-Schifino the other night with obviously the Lakers pick an hour after as he's sitting in the green room, like just the emotion of it all. And Jalen was introduced to the media yesterday and he was saying, I'm such a chill, laid back guy. And I got to tell you, I was on a roller coaster of emotions. And this is days after. So to your point.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nobody give a fuck about these shots. He probably just shooting them because Pop was looking at him or somebody was like, yo, get some shots up. And they're like throwing him alley-oops and stuff. And I'm like, man, leave this dude alone. Let him sit down, enjoy what he's doing, go back to his family. What happened?
Oh, it's on ESPN.
9
o'clock. It's the 9 o'clock game.
Oh, I was going to say, they better not put him on there with me.
That actually would be hilarious. Okay, so did you see that he is officially 7'3.5"? That is official, making him the second tallest player in the NBA.
I'm looking at these comparisons between him and Bobo, and y'all better stop it. Stop it. That's not the same. They are not the same.
Okay.
Like, they may look a little similar because they're gangly.
Mm-hmm.
But Wembanyama's durability, his defensive aggressiveness, his build, his shoulders, his feet, his hands. Crazy. Now, I think Bobo is unique. But I think Wemby actually, for right now, where how old he is, knows how to play basketball the right way. Because he's been taught overseas, not here's the basketball, go play.
Yeah,
you know?
Right. Yeah.
I think we're going to notice that he's going to turn into one of the better, I would hope, with his build and his skill set, he can turn into one of the better passers in the NBA.
I mean, at that point, you're just unstoppable. And I think even at this point, we're all like, just give him 3 years and he probably will be that already. But then you talk about the evolution as he continues to. Yep.
Did you see him hold a basketball? That bitch looked.
I heard him. I heard him. I saw him hold a baseball and damn near just swallowed it. It's insane.
Yeah, he was like this with the baseball.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, but I'm thinking there's so much. I love that he's in San Antonio. And please clip the clip where I said he was going to San Antonio. There's no way on God's green earth. I said this on every station. Why do you think Pop stayed, right? Mm-hmm. To have a chance to coach this kid. If I'm the NBA and I have that unicorn of the new unicorn, the French unicorn, the unicorne, right? That's how you say it in French.
Unicorne. Okay.
The unicorne. If you are the NBA, there are 2 coaches that you put him with. And one of them wants to win a chip, so you can't put him there. It's too much pressure. There's a reason that San Antonio got rid of DeJounte Murray, have a good core group of guys. They're young, no expectations. And Pop is there. He's going to teach him. He's in a smaller market.
Yeah.
Everything is set up for him to be successful. Everything.
Yeah, fair. But as you mentioned, stay healthy. And I thought that was an awesome conversation that we had with Trey Murphy, obviously, too, about health. Calling all road trippers. We all love a good road trip on this podcast, right? Well, summer is here and big plans are being made. Make sure you're driving to your destination on a great set of tires from our friends at Discount Tire. Discount Tire is your one-stop shop for not only tires and tire maintenance, but also custom wheels and accessories like a new pair of windshield wiper blades. America has trusted Discount Tire for over 60 years, and with over 1,100 locations across 38 states, there's sure to be one near you. Their industry-leading selection offers more than 70 brands of tires and more than 90 wheel brands. And right now, you can visit their website, discounttire.com, to locate a store, schedule an appointment, search for top brands, and even select and pay for your own tires. Head to discounttire.com today to register for email discounts and access the latest in tire safety tips. You'll also find helpful information about the maintenance schedule of your specific make and model of vehicle. If you want to cut the line, how about this? We've got you covered, road trippers. Wait times, they're 30% shorter when you buy and book online at discounttire.com. So what are you waiting for? Head to your local Discount Tire or discounttire.com today, and let's get you taken care of. The Road Trippin crew, Rich, Channing, and myself, are really excited to announce our newest sponsor, Oakley. We've all worn Oakleys for years and love their different styles and commitment to quality. Oakleys are suited for everyday eyewear with frames and lenses allowing for an extension of self, an expression of your personality. With Oakley, there's more than meets the eye. Here on Road Trippin, we live by the mantra, look good, feel good, play good. And that's why Oakley is the best partner for our show. It's the start of summer, which means you need to upgrade your sunglasses now. Check out Oakley.com to get yourself a pair today. This summer, Oakley is offering Prism Lens technology. Now, what's that? Well, it's a cutting-edge proprietary technology from Oakley, and it's now available for everyday settings as well. Want to know more? Well, all you have to do is head over to Oakley.com. When you wear Oakleys, there really is more than meets the eye. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. We've worn a ton of different sunglass brands, and we can assure you Oakley is not only the best looking eyewear on the market, but also it's the highest quality. So calling all road trippers, head on over to Oakley.com for more information and grab yourself a pair today. Hey road trippers, Channing and I love our dogs and we want them to have the best food and nutrition available. That's why we feed our pups food from the farmer's dog. Whether you have a young puppy or a senior who's seen multiple decades, any dog person like me knows the most valuable thing in the world is spending time with your pet. The Farmer's Dog helps to keep them healthy, which can give you more quality years with them. The Farmer's Dog makes and delivers fresh, healthy dog food. It's recommended by vets, nutritionally balanced, and made from human-grade ingredients in safe, clean kitchens. It's the best option for dogs at all stages of life because it's not kibble, it's not canned goo, it's real food. The Farmer's Dog isn't just higher quality food. They also send the food pre-portioned specifically for your dog based on their unique nutritional needs. It doesn't matter if your dog is young or old. It's always the right time to begin investing in their health, helping you both live more healthy, happy, and full years together. So get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/roadtrippin. Plus, you'll get free shipping. Just go to thefarmersdog.com/roadtrippin to get 50% off your first box of food. That's thefarmersdog.com/roadtrippin. You had the conversation. I want to kind of follow this up, and then I also want to take it into a different direction just because we are recording this just before free agency, so we don't want to date any of our information. But where would you ultimately... So remind me, Dame in Portland, you see that, or you see him elsewhere? And if it's elsewhere, where?
My thing is, where would I like to see him? Here's what's crazy. I wouldn't mind him in San Antonio.
Oh.
I'm just throwing this out there. I would not mind him in San Antonio. Okay? Wow. Another small market. You got a young, budding star. He's an older vet. That money fits. Pop's going to take care of him. He's going to fit into that culture. And I think there's moving pieces where Portland now gets a lot of picks. And San Antonio can fit around. Because if you have Dame, you're going to compete, which is what you want Wemby. Wemby can't come into the NBA and just say, oh, this kid's going to give you 41 games. You can go with Dame. This guy, if he plays, gives you 45 games. So we're going to be in the playoffs in Wemby's first year to get him used to the grind of the year. And everything Dame does is he's top 10 best leader in the top 3 best leader in the league. Maybe top 2. Who knows? Maybe 1. So for me, I'm looking at guys like that. Also, if you got Dame, you got Wemby, you got a little bit of money, you can kind of build around that team to be, I'm not going to say mediocre, but to be medium. And the better Wemby gets, the better they get. But they're always underneath the cap, so they're not taking big hits as they grow.
Why does that just seem like such a San Antonio thing?
Because it makes sense. Because they're never in a rush.
Yeah.
They're not the Lakers. The Lakers need to win. So their point of reference is, who can we get that's going to put us over the top? We need big names. We need this, and this. San Antonio's like, oh, okay, I'll take a little bit of this. I'll take a little bit of that. I don't like that one. Give me this. Okay, I'll wait for my omelet. I'll wait for my scramble. I'm hungry, by the way. But anyways, I just think no one else is going to have enough wiggle room for Dame to go to that team and it still be good. They're talking about Miami. Who are they giving up? Max Strus, Gabe Vincent? You're giving up players that you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Fair. Okay. So let's just stay in Texas then. Do you anticipate, I saw some news as of today, what Kyrie would be eligible with the Mavericks. It was a 5-year, 270-ish, I think, in that ballpark. But then there was conversation of him taking less to be able to build out a winning roster. Kyrie expecting.
Is that what they're saying?
Do you expect Kyrie to, stay in Dallas?
Let me ask you this question. Sorry, I'm putting this away. Okay. Where else could he go?
The one thing I'm not very good at is obviously understanding every team's money and space.
Okay, let's say Portland. Would he go to Portland? No Dame. Would he go to Portland?
No Dame? No.
No Dame.
I think LA was the only other.
But does that
Miami?
Does that even fit? Miami? Hell no. What?
No, I'm thinking of like places that I could ultimately see Kyrie. That's what I'm saying. Not like.
Oh.
Again, I don't know all the terms and stuff like that. So I'm thinking the only other place, I was assuming that it would be Dallas or LA.
So you got 2 options, and Dallas knows this. So they're going to spin it and go, hey, you're taking less money, not because you're not worth more, but because you really don't have options. So we're going to pay you what works for us to build around this team.
I see Kyrie back in Dallas.
I just don't think that works. I honestly don't think it works. And this is not a Kyrie thing. This is just that makeup of that team thing. I just don't think nobody wants to play with that. Nobody wants to play. Luka, you could deal with because you have 4 guys moving, cutting. Defensively, they are garbage. Like,
I'm literally trying to think of any other place.
Okay, I'll wait.
I don't. But I mean, at the end of the day, too, I think in all fairness, like he got there at the trade
Chicago.
deadline.
He can get traded for Chicago for like Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball.
Chicago. That'd be interesting.
But then you have Zach LaVine and Luka. I mean, you're just as good defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what who knows what Chicago's going to do? But I mean, Kyrie is Kyrie, right? It's like, do I think he's going to get a long-term contract? Absolutely not. I think any team that's given him over 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, he hasn't committed to that almost ever. So are you going to be the
he did
first
commit
one
to that max deal. He did commit to that max deal. It was the summer before LeBron returned in Cleveland.
Okay. So hold on.
I'm not mistaken. It was right before that. Yep.
But totally. He will commit to that. But how many teams after that did he play on?
Yeah.
Right. He's been on, like, in every single team. It's always like, this situation isn't working out. It's time for me to go, which he's perfectly fine doing. It's just, as a team, you want that, as a player, you want that stability. Kyrie hasn't shown stability in a while.
We'll see if they can, but I actually could see Dallas being able to put a team around the two of them.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Road Trippin's Court Vision is brought to you by Oakley. Get over to Oakley.com and snag your pair today. That's Oakley.com. Where do you, I liked this question that we had, the face of the league in 5 years? Luka, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic, or Wemby? 5 years.
None of them.
Who is it going to be?
I don't know. I think it'll be somebody different. And this is no offense to, I think Jokic is always going to be Jokic. I think Luka is in a situation, right? And I'm not trying to grill Dallas. Luka has always been an MVP pre-candidate. And it's wild that they don't surround him with an MVP candidate roster. So why doesn't that happen? Go ahead.
I have a face for you.
Okay. So then we'll go to Giannis. No.
Okay.
Sorry. I just don't think, I think Devin Booker right now, if he was the man, if he wanted to be the face of the league and could carry that backpack, he would be a little bit better in closeout games. Okay. Fourth quarters. Secondly, why would you overlap him with 2 players that are exactly like him at different sizes? Like Bradley Beal and KD do the same. They're just going to stand. Pass, stand, pass, stand, pass, stand. Like, I don't get Phoenix, personally. I'd have to see it. I don't get it.
Okay.
Bradley Beal's too old to be what he was. To me, Jason Tatum is on the same path as Booker. I think they're amazing. They're elite. Top 10, 20, whatever you want to say. I don't know if that consistency of being the face of the league they want. I think they want to be great, and they do want to be great at their own things. But as Richard talked in a previous episode, Tatum is a volume guy. If he ain't getting up 15 to 25, 30 shots, he don't really move the needle like that. And the only reason I don't say Giannis, right, is what is Giannis right now? 28, 30?
I'll look that up.
How old is Giannis?
I feel like he's been around forever, but I'll look it up. He is 28. 28.
He's 28. So 33. Think about this team. Think about his team to be the face. first year, new head coach. Chris Middleton's been injury prone. Brooke Lopez had back surgery. Bobby Portis, Drew Holiday. All these guys are getting older. So by the time they regurgitate that, is he going to be the man like he was? And the way he plays puts a lot of shit on his body. And Wemby, 5 years, he'll be 23. So think about big men. Like, I would probably say if I had to choose from your list, it'd probably be Jokic.
I was just going to say, and Jokic, I just looked him up too. 28 years old. Like, why can't it be his league?
I just don't think he wants it. I don't think he wants it. I don't think he wants that pressure.
He didn't want any of that attention either, and he got it this year when he wanted to. I mean, it was the most marvelous thing. I feel like we've all, like, it is, everyone knows everything about Nikola Jokic. Like, it's everyone, but in the most, like, awesome way.
Totally. He is the European Tim Duncan, right? Dominates he's Tim Duncan. We know what we're supposed to know about him. We appreciate his greatness, but at the end of the day, he shows up to do his job and he goes back home. Where Jokic has horses, Tim Duncan has cars and Warcraft and Muay Thai, whatever he's doing out there. So for me, they are replicating themselves over time. And yeah, Tim Duncan was the face of the league, but they dominated. But was it exciting? Do you respect it? Hell yeah. Is Tim Duncan one of my favorite players of all time? Absolutely. For a guy to be a rookie, first team All-NBA, nobody talks about that. That's crazy.
Right.
That is a crazy stat, right? For reference. But I think Jokic, why not? I think it's going to take teams 3-4 years to figure out how to fucking guard him. And now all those types of players are chomping at the bit to have an opportunity to play with him.
Yeah, that part. I mean, how could you not? You were the one that was on his side versus he and Giannis, right?
Yeah.
In terms of MVP early on. All right, I want to get your thoughts on this. I thought this was interesting. Dennis Rodman recently says he'd take Nikola Jokic over Larry Bird. Would you?
Oh, 1,000,000,000%. Nikola is so, and this is 6 years ago. I retired how many years ago? What year is this? 19? 4 years ago. 5 years ago, whatever it was. When he was still chubby. He was almost impossible to guard until he got tired. Now he's not tired. Now he's a man. Now he doesn't give a fuck about anything other than winning the game. So that freedom of mind that he has, because he doesn't have this ego to where he's like, well, if I want to play, if I want to win, I got to do it my way. He's just like, I'm just going to play. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Layup, layup, layup. Free throw, free throw, free throw. Hard shot. Okay, let me go play with my horses. Like nothing bothers him. He's like, okay, we lost. I know why. Okay. That's what's crazy. And so now you got to get somebody who's like an antagonizer to him. Who is that? I don't think people want those problems. Oh, you do got a dog.
I told you. Geet's dog. She's wild.
Skeet?
I thought that was just interesting. But I think at this point too, right now, it's really easy to.
Yeah, he also said Larry Bird would be in Europe, and I don't know about that.
That's where you draw the line.
Yeah, Larry Bird's nice. I don't know. I think he could barbecue. He can make way. He'll make way.
He'll make way. Channing, next time I see you, we'll be in Vegas, and you're calling a lot of games, so can't wait for everyone to listen to you.
Just 2. Please do, because I will try not to make
Friday,
noises.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, it's 2 games a day.
That's 6 games total. It'll be awesome.
You're going to hear garbage. Oh,
It's
boy.
amazing.
Get him out, coach.
Oh,
Get
my
him
God.
out.
Have you started your prep work?
What?
Have you started your prep work? For Summer League.
You're supposed to do that?
So we will be hanging out in Vegas.
50-50. Yes. We'll be doing dinners.
Oh my,
You know
I don't like this version of Channing. I don't like this version of Channing. You're amazing. That's another edition of Road Trippin. Can't wait to see you. there.
Oh, man.
This episode of Road Trippin has been brought to you by our friends at Discount Tire. Let's get you taken care of. Discount Tire is the largest independent tire retailer in the nation. With the biggest selection of tires and wheels, we know you'll find something you love for your vehicle. Log on to discounttire.com and use Treadwell, the world's only tool that gives you transparency on how tires really perform and personalized recommendations based on where and how you drive. Learn about the tire life and the tire cost to help you choose the right tires with Treadwell by Discount Tire. Here's a quick tip from the Discount Tire experts, and you can prevent tire wear and boost gas mileage by keeping the right air pressure in your tires. Tire air pressure supports the weight of your vehicle. It's important to check always for safety. Visit discounttire.com to learn more about tire safety, or if it's been over a month since you last checked your tire pressure, stop by one of their local stores for a free tire safety and pressure check. And remember, road trippers, you get 30% shorter average wait times when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.